going on, guys? Hi-Res Aggro here. And I'm here to give you a quick preview of the rosters you're guaranteed to see during this year's spring split of the SCL. Let's get started in North America, and we may as well start off with the defending world champions. Now, this is the same roster that won the world championship in 2016, but under a different organization. Formerly under Eager, now under Obey Alliance. It's Dewurst, Mifflin, Delta Marine, Jelly, and Air Cougar. And of course, got to give a shout out to Coach Gilly as well. This roster, like I mentioned, already a world champion, sure to bring a lot of pressure to the other teams in this season. Next up, we have another new organization to the SCL, Era Eternity. They're going to be led by Clow in the middle lane, as well as a couple other familiar names from that old Allegiance roster. Matt Coys, he's still going to be in that support role. And then their former coach was moving to the solo lane, a young homie, the Twitter personality. Going to have to see how he fares in the real competition here in the SCL. Ezra is going to be in the jungle. You may recognize him as the Mollusk. He played a little bit on Aware last season before being replaced by Chaotic Purpose. And then the Hunter role, that's going to be filled by Fatal Ghost. You have to see how Era Eternity does and their first split in the SCL. And then we have Soar. This is a team that still has Stormy Rays, but he's moved from the Hunter position over to support. Shaliber still in the middle lane, but the other three roles, they're all brand new faces. Zaxi, he's in the Hunter role, been around the SCL for quite some time, reunited with Stormy Rays, the old Elevate duo lane. Then you've got Kaden in the jungle and Medieval Doc in the solo lane. A couple names from the Challenger Cup scene on PC. We've seen how well some of those players have done on this sort of transition, so it's up to them to determine how successful this Soar roster is going to be moving forward. A couple switch-ups for the old Aware boys. Baronic looks like he's going to the jungle. Kenshin, he'll still be in the support. The steady veteran, always can count on him, his presence. But then you've got Michael Checo, a name you've probably heard a lot just from other team names in the relegation period. He's going to be the Hunter for Aware. Dr. L moving from the solo lane to mid to fill that hole left by Baronic moving to jungle. And then Mr. McWaffles, formerly of Elevate, he's going to be replacing Dr. L in that solo lane. So those are the four teams that we'll see in North America, but we only have two guaranteed in Europe. The other two are going to be determined by that open bracket and relegation process. Let's check in on those two teams right now. First off, you have Rival. This is the team that dominated for the majority of the EU SCL in Season 3. Weren't able to make it to Worlds, but still were the dominant force in Europe. Four members still the same: Gnome, Rapio, Watson, and Atonement, all in their initial roles. The only new face, that's going to be Jacob HL. He's in the support role, filling in for Zenborn. Going to be a strong roster regardless. Very, very excited to see what this team can do. So where can you catch all these different teams in action? Well, first you have to start with the relegations to make sure we know who they're going to be playing up against. For North America, that's going to start on February 20th, and for Europe, March 6th. The regular season for both of these regions, those are also different start times. North America, February 27th, and then in Europe, March 13th. Of course, you can catch all this action where you always can across all our different channels, and Mondays are the day. That's the console day for all of our different channels. Of course, if you want to keep up to date with all the rosters and dates and all that kind of stuff so you don't have to remember it, SMITE Pro on Twitter, esports.smitegame.com. I have been Hi-Res Aggro. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on Mondays for our console action.